We've all heard of Al Jazeera, the global media empire that is based in Qatar. Al Jazeera swept into the scene in early 2000s, first in Arabic and then later in English, and then from then into various languages, capturing much of the world's imagination and branding itself as an authentic voice and coverage of the Middle East and now of global affairs. Today, Al Jazeera, whether on TV, satellite, or social media in various languages, reaches hundreds of millions of people daily across the globe. And people increasingly, especially today and especially in the West, take it as the most authentic voice on Middle Eastern affairs. But what if I told you that Al Jazeera is not really a media channel, but a sophisticated propaganda network that aims to incite and radicalize people against Israel, against moderate Arab and Muslim countries, and against the West itself? In this series, Al Jazeera Uncovered will take you into different places where events are taking place and shaping the region every week, showing you how Al Jazeera covers the news and then what really happened. Let's go. As a child, I watched how Al Jazeera Arabic gave a platform to Osama bin Laden, airing his tapes after 9/11 and interviewing him repeatedly. That was not journalism. It was giving a platform, giving a voice to the man who murdered thousands of Americans. Let me tell you how Al Jazeera manipulates its coverage between Arabic and English and tells two different stories in different languages. When Egyptian feminist Dr. Nawal al-Saadawi died, Al Jazeera English led with Nawal al-Saadawi, Egyptian author and women's rights icon, dies. But Al Jazeera Arabic said a different story. Their social media post says she attacked religions, called for legalizing prostitution, and attacked the Quran. Death takes the controversial figure Nawal al-Saadawi after 90 years of opinions contrary to society's culture. Same person, two moral frames, two audiences. See, this is the Al Jazeera playbook. Now, let's talk about the October 7th terrorist attack. Al Jazeera in Arabic labeled it Operation Al-Aqsa Flood, carried out by the Palestinian resistance, languages that glorifies the attackers and reframes the massacre and mass kidnapping, including American citizens, as a heroic action. Now, in Al Jazeera English, they use the words attack, the words hostages, and report it on US citizens who were victims of the October 7th attack. But they packaged the whole thing within a context, and they inserted justifications for terrorism. Now, Al Jazeera Arabic was exposed in one of the videos on how they were shunning a Gaza resident who was saying that Hamas steals their aid and takes it underground, and that doesn't reach people, basically, in Gaza. Yet what Al Jazeera reporter did is that he walked away from this resident of Gaza before he got to finish his statement. That moment mattered because it showed which voices are amplified on Al Jazeera and which voices are uncomfortable for them and for their narrative. In Western stories, Al Jazeera English often defaults to grievances and to different framing. For example, the UK unrest was covered as a far-right targeting of migrants and Muslims, and EU debates on migration filtered through the lens of state oppression and xenophobia. This is not neutral balance. It is a steady story that wants to promote a West defined by racism and division. One brand, two narratives. Arabic actually glorifies terrorism and terrorist attacks and hardens hostility towards the West and Israel. The English softens the tone but delivers the exact same message. See only one version and you will miss the playbook. Know your source. This two-track strategy has been radicalizing audiences across the Middle East and North Africa, and it's now doing the same in the West. Middle East 24 exposes it in both languages so you can spot propaganda, defend debate, and choose facts over spin.